What's going on, Aries? It's gonna be your month of May 2023 here. It's been a long time coming, May. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, so if you hear my mic, it's a little scratchy or whatever. Probably because on a spiritual level, it's the Mercury retrograde. On a realistic level, I've had this mic for a while, so let's see what's going on here in the month of May. Aries, month of May 2023. What is this right now? Tulip. It's actually knew the tulip was going to come out too in the cross. So crazy too. You might even be getting married this month here, Aries, or entering a new relationship. If it's not love, it's more so catered towards your own beliefs and how you're learning to know what it means to be more loyal to that. Because you have the tulip here, and then you have the cross, and you have the dog here. And your dog is looking straight in towards your... It's almost like you're letting go of that. You're letting go of that, like, false thing. You're letting almost like the things bloom in your life. And I've been reading this new book about getting in touch with like our old selves, and like I forget what the book is called right now. But it's almost like you're learning what it means to be one with nature, but in a way that's more practical and in reality than something as deep as that. If that makes sense. So let's kind of see what this tulip is about, and this love, and this, because it's all centered around your emotions, clearly your loyalty, and your beliefs. So let's see what's going on here, fundamentally speaking. So let's see what's going on here in your month of April 2023. Everything feels right. So, Chariot. 7 of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. Very interesting here. Yeah, I feel like perhaps... Wait, before I say anything, let's figure this out a little bit more. A lot of cards of duty and responsibility, Aries. So, 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It seems to me in your past, you've had a lot of issues with confronting things that you enjoy. You had issues actually going for or believing in the things that you truly want to believe in, or possibly even the job you want to be in, possibly the person you want to be with. You have the dog here and the cross, like I said before. There's something been here that's challenging for you. And it obviously is something to do. It's tied with your love for passion, your love for things that you want to do. And it seems to me that with your Empress here, it's kind of like in terms of love, and especially with the tulip here, you might be even opening up to somebody here if you're single. But if you're like in a relationship, I think it is something like you're gonna finally want to, like, metaphorically speaking or literally speaking, put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the one. I'm tired of being afraid of this. I'm tired of not committing to something here. And it could be literally when the high priest, or not the high priestess, but the Empress. It could be literally things that can give you great abundance. It could be things that perhaps make you feel like this is it, like the end goal. I think you're finally ready for the end goal. That makes sense. So let's kind of figure out more about this. 2 Wands here. Yeah, and with the Empress, it kind of brings to me like this idea of your needs, balancing your needs from your wants. Especially with that 7 here, I'm kind of getting that idea of like having to keep things stable, but not in a way of the 6 of Swords, in a way of like mentally speaking. Especially with that cross here, because of course the cross here sits on top of the mountain, and it's like unwavering, it's unmoving. Nothing can hurt it, and I think that's what you're trying to aim for when it comes to this, especially with this 2 of Wands here. So let's see what this 2 of Wands is about. Something you avoid very much, Aries, is going to come straight towards you head first. If that makes sense. It's very strange. Like something along the lines of fear. Yeah, the High Priestess. I really think here, Aries, this really has something to do with you believing in spirit more, believing in God more, believing in philosophy, whatever it is that you're believing in, Aries, or you had like conflicting energy with when it comes to that. Because the way I'm getting the conflicted energy, and you can see for yourself here, the way I'm getting the conflicted energy is how you have the High Priestess here, and it's like covering this 2 of Wands, what you truly want, what you want to discover when it comes to your goals. And then, because it's like something like thinking that you're smarter than what it is that you actually believe in too. Especially with that Ace of Wands in reverse, it's like, allow this new idea to come into play. Because the idea is there, especially with the gold there. The idea that you want, the things that you want is there. But with this like Chariot, it's kind of like looking the other way. And then with the 7 of Swords, kind of like this is like a little blockage here. There's a huge blockage and then with and it has directly ties into your beliefs and your loyalty for other things. So that's where I'm getting like this main idea from. So yeah, like that, it's almost like you're not wanting to believe in whatever the Ace or the Ace of Wands is. So, what is the Ace of Wands? What exactly is it that you're, not wanting to believe? What exactly is it that? What exactly is it? Something that you're learning, it could even be yourself, to be honest. Learning to love yourself, especially with that Empress there, High Priestess, and then with the Chariot, it's almost like you're learning to love yourself. So let's see what this Ace of Wands is about for real. Yeah, Strength card. Yeah, literally exactly what I just said, Aries. You're learning to, I figured it out. You're learning to love yourself. Love and the cross, learning to love the self, being loyal to yourself. Yeah, Death card. It's almost like you're cutting away with the Death card. This false idea that you have about yourself, that you don't like yourself, you think maybe you're a bad person, especially with these royalty cards here. The Chariot, like I'm immature, like I'm very selfish, I'm very wanting to do things, I'm very wanting. And then here with the Seven of Swords, of course, typically, especially on the Rider-Waite, it's like theft, it's like thievery, right? And but for me, it's kind of like you're like that. These are the things that you think of yourself, and those things are preventing you from actually changing this sword here, like pulling out this sword here, metaphorically speaking, and kind of replacing it with the wand, the Ace of Wands. And that's your issue here. It's kind of like you're not acknowledging your own self, you're like your insecurities here towards yourself. And I think you're actually in May, like I said before, especially with like how the High Priestess looks into the Chariot, you're looking at yourself or your younger self. It could be you could be looking at your younger self, depending on your story. You could be looking at your younger self from the perspective of maturity, like, oh, like he was just a kid, they were just a kid, oh, nothing, they just wanted something, they felt they needed something here that they weren't getting, possibly love, possibly, especially with that tulip there, it could have been something in terms of love, could be parental love, could be relationship love, could be things just having to deal with love and naturally. High Priestess looking into the Chariot. Yeah, I was actually a little stronger. I maybe I did have a lot more power than that. Death card, like I said, slicing away. You're cutting away all these insecurities you have from the Strength card, because if anyone can cut the Strength card, it would be the Death card, to be honest. Cutting that away and then uncovering the truth of the Ace of Wands, some new passion, some new idea, some new purpose that keeps you going in life, and you're finally discovering that for your own in the month of May. Of course, this is a monthly reading, and there's always going to be challenges when it comes to your life in general and kind of these themes. So when Mercury retrograded, or not, when like Pluto went into like Aquarius, is when that day, what you were feeling, hopefully, if you didn't, it's no big deal, but if you wrote down everything you were feeling on that day, it went into Aquarius, Pluto, you would see the main challenges that you feel are going to be a theme, and the main challenges that you're going to experience for the next like 20 years or so, or whenever Pluto ends in Aquarius and goes into, of course, Pisces. But those main themes are going to be a constant fluctuation in your life. And I think by working with that energy and realizing that energy of that day and forward, learning to love yourself from a away from the cards point of view would be a lot easier. Yeah, the tulip here, the cross, and then the dog, for sure. So yeah, very good spread here, Aries. It's very heartwarming to see. Glad that you're becoming this better person, and seeing yourself with more hostility, seeing yourself with more respect. Considering you might not even had like you might have been that bad person. You might have been that person that's not entirely good, or wasn't all holy, and I know for some Aries, of course, it's like the very fiery, so it's like that's not true. But what do I know? Yeah, it's a very good reading here, Aries. So I think I'm gonna see you in the next one.